Employers should revisit the risk assessment once they've received written confirmation that someone's pregnant. They need to consider the person's particular circumstances and fill in any gaps or inadequacies in the generic assessment.
My biggest fear when I found out I was pregnant was informing my manager, because I worked in construction and I spent a lot of time on building sites, which I loved. And so my biggest fear was that they would say I wasn't allowed to do that role anymore.
Well, I'd already left before when I was pregnant, so I think it was 10 months I was out of work for. Then I returned, so I was quite nervous about telling them again that I was going to be off the second time, but it was all fine.
I was concerned that you'd be sidelined slightly, and being working for a very small company back then as well, I kind of knew the effects of me being off would have within the business. So I did all the office administration, so if I wasn't there, the place, I had to catch up with it as soon as I got back.
It's really important that pregnant women tell their employers as soon as they are able to, so this can be done. They should make sure their employer knows about anything which may affect this reassessment, such as any medical concerns, for example, high blood pressure.
I think you need to tell someone at work that you're pregnant, just so that the risk assessment can be done from the start if there are going to be any further risks involved. Obviously I kept it quiet initially, and I should have probably had the risk assessments done sooner, but I think for me, someone you can trust in the company that's going to look after you.
I would actually say tell your employer as soon as you know any upcoming appointments, rather than sit there and worried, if they're going to be annoyed because you're off. Tell them the dates as soon as possible and don't worry about it.
I would just tell her to let the employer know. That way they know that there is a reason if, she doesn't turn up for work or she's slightly late, rather than having to hide the pregnancy and say it was due to something else. I think the employer should know when there's nothing. You're pregnant, so it's not like a taboo or something that people don't need to know.